seriously, I'm doing a videotape here. Okay, this is me and apparently my friend Marvin, the seagull. He's off camera right now. But this is the comparison with summary and analysis. I'm really afraid he's going to attack my head. So I'm on vacation, and basically I feel that the summary is taking either a story, a movie, and talking about the who, what, when, where, and how of the story, and just kind of putting it in your own words is more of a summary. An analysis would be taking something and not just listing the events of something. The seagull's really making me nervous. But analyzing the information that's there. So you would examine the elements. Oh my gosh, she's gonna get me. And see if it has what relationships, trends, patterns, and so I kind of didn't think of really a story that I read or anything, but I did remember a Dutch kind of fable of the Emperor's New Clothes. And so a summary of that would be, we have this emperor and he is very attached to his beautiful clothes. And he changes his outfits every hour. So these two swindlers come into town and they tell the emperor that they have this technique of weaving the finest material and making this most beautiful clothing from this woven fabric. But they say that it has a special effect that if you are not wise, you would not be able to see the clothing. So he would be able to tell which of his followers were not being very, there's my friend again, being very wise or very bright. And I'm afraid he's going to attack me. So, so he says that, oh, I would love for you to make me this fabric, and he sends them off and gives them a big bag of gold, and they go off and they supposedly weave this beautiful fabric, but actually they're doing nothing. They're swindlers. And so so the emperor sends his minister, one of his closest confidants, to go and check on the weavers to see how the fabric's going. So the minister walks in and he's like, I don't see anything, but if I to admit to this, then I am an idiot, and then my emperor would see that I would not be good at my job. So he just rants and raves and says how beautiful the fabric is, and goes back to the emperor and says, oh, it's just absolutely divine. So the emperor decides, once the cloth is all done, to have an outfit made. And so the weavers, the swindlers, tell him he needs to take off all of his clothes except for his underwear and put on this beautiful fabric. And so the emperor is standing there, and he too sees nothing. But to admit to this, then he would admit that, you know, that he was not bright and he was not to be emperor. So he goes along with it. Then he decides to go into a parade and parade around town, and everyone sees, you know, that he is actually in nothing but his underwear. But they all are saying, oh, it's beautiful, you just look wonderful, oh my gosh, I can't believe the fabric, da da da. And then this young boy, this child, comes up and he says, the emperor is naked. And then everybody kind of looks around and they're like, well, to admit to that would be that you are an idiot and you wouldn't want to do that. So, I mean, that would be a summary of the emperor's new clothes. But an analysis of this would be something entirely different. We would look at it and not, we would say that the truth is seen by a child. So the majority of the observers are willing to share in a collective thought that he is wearing clothing when he is not. So the pressures of the other people are forcing them to say something that they know is not true. But the child sees things just as they are. The emperor is naked. He's just in his underwear. And it's when you're in a group situation, you tend to be influenced by the majority of the group. And so that is my, and that's my, so there's my buddy. That is my comparison of summary and analysis. And there's Marvin. Have a great day. Bye, guys.